Hey guys, so we have here our Logitech headset. In this case, this is here the G332. And as usual, the ear cup has broken off of the headband. So this is a very common problem. So in this video, I want to explain to you in two ways of how to fix this. One in a relatively cheap way and one in a literally free way. So one costs us a little bit of money and or time, and the other one is really free. So the first thing we have to do in either case is here loosen these four screws that are in the inside of the hinge. So we're going to take those out with a small, very small Phillips screwdriver, and we take that cover off. Then we can see here that we can now pop off here the headband by just wiggling on the plastic a little bit. And then here we can see the damage on this one. So this one, the plastic is literally broken, so it doesn't work at all anymore. So this hinge part we're going to completely replace. So in order to do that, first we're going to take here our new part. So this is a 3D printed part. You can find this on eBay relatively cheap, so like between or around $12. Or if you have a 3D printer, then you can print these parts yourself. And I'm going to post a link to a Thingiverse website down below, so you can download the files to print those pieces. So but now we're going to replace the original one here. We're going to break off the old plastic. We're going to cut through this here at the top. Make sure you don't accidentally cut through the wire, because since we really need that, we don't want to have to repair that. So now we have here the bare headset without the hinge. And now in order to install the new one, we're going to first take the outside piece. That's the one without the four holes in it. We're going to slip this over here. And now we have to make sure that the headband here, the metal part, that goes right over those four holes. And then here we have a little rubber washer. We have to make sure that this is outside, not going inside of the hinge. And now here we have the second part of the hinge, and this is supposed to go in right here where this little gap is. See this gap on the bottom? That's where that's supposed to slide into. So we have to carefully place this second part, the outside here, over, and then we should still hopefully have our four small Phillips screws, and we're going to tighten this. So now it's really helpful if you have a magnetic screwdriver. That helps actually a lot, makes it a lot easier to get those screws in. And when you do screw those screws in, then make sure you don't over tighten them. So we're just screwing in a metal screw into plastic, so you don't want to try to tighten them too much, otherwise you may break the thread that's inside of the plastic. Okay, so that was already it here for the first way of fixing it. So now we can see here everything works fine. And now the second step, or the second part, is here now about a literally free way of fixing these. So this second way may not necessarily work for you, but at least I would give it a try. Okay, we're starting out with the same steps as on the other side. So we're going to take out the four screws. I've already done that. And then we're just going to take here the cover off. And now we're going to take a close look here at this little gap that we see here. So that is very important. So this gap here is what we are going to make use of. So this is what holds the ear cup in position. And when we take a look at the cover, so that we just took off, then you see here this little gray area, and where that is, that's where there's supposed to be some plastic here. And this plastic is very flimsy and usually always breaks over time, and that's why we need new hinges. So in case, instead of getting a new hinge, we can just try to repair this, and it's really easy. And we're going to first remove all of the excess plastic that's still left over in this area. So I'm just going to cut that all out. And once I've done that, then we can go ahead, and we're going to just need one little piece that usually everybody has at home, and that's a simple paper clip. So a metal paper clip, we're going to bend this open, and then we're going to cut this to lengths so that it's just pretty much just barely fits into this little cavity like that here. So then we're making sure that here the headband is like properly in its proper place, so right where those 4 holes are. And then also we're going to check that this rubber seal here that's sitting here, that this is in place right outside. And now this portion that comes up next, this is kind of tricky because now we have to make sure that we really have this little gap that we looked at earlier. So that we have this little gap right in visible. And you may want to do this with 2 people. I think it may be a little bit easier because one person can hold the headset and the other one can do the operation here or surgery. So you're going to hold the headset that you have this little gap there. And then once you have it right in position, then that's when we take our piece of paperclip. So give me just a second. It's really not that easy. It may take you a couple of minutes to get this in the right position. So we're taking this piece of paperclip and we're going to lay this right on the bottom here, right into that gap. So that's where it's supposed to be. So as soon as it's kind of stuck in that gap, it's going to hold the headset or the ear cup in position, and the ear cup is not going to come out again as soon as we put this cover on. So we're going to put the cover on and make sure that the ear cup doesn't come out at this point. And now before we let go with our thumb, we're making sure that we're going to put the first 2 screws in here. So the bottom 2 screws, we're going to put those in, and until then we're going to make sure that we're really holding on to the cover that we are putting on. So at this point, this is the first time that we should be taking our fingers off of that cover, holding the 2 pieces together. So and once we have put all the 4 screws in, now we're already done. So you see we have on the left side the new 3D printed part, and then here also the black one that is original. So the white is the 3D printed part, which I printed myself. You can order those on eBay or print them. And then here the original one that was literally a free repair. But then at this point I'm also going to be a little bit more careful here with the hinges so that I don't break them again in the future. Okay, so that was already it for this video. Hope you found the information helpful. If you have any more questions or comments, then please leave a message below.